Welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 6th of April for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. Please comment and interact with me. I answer every single one. And remember, you can subscribe to my free astrology magazine or your daily horoscope by clicking the link beneath this video, or you can choose to have a one-to-one with me or buy your own personal astrology reports, which will give you deeper insights beyond your zodiac sign. So we're continuing to live in very challenging times with COVID-19. But I think there are reasons to be more optimistic. Mars, the planet of drive, of individual recognition, is in the sign of Aquarius, where it can trigger more teamwork, more collaboration and cooperation. For sure, for some people, this may be a time when they want to invest in their individuality. And Mars is clashing with the co-ruler of Aquarius, Uranus, for the whole of this week. We are probably going to see some civil disobedience. Not everybody is going to abide by the rules, and that can be disconcerting to some. But for the people that want to make this better, Mars in Aquarius is an opportunity to be more sacrificing for the group. Be a real good team player. And Mars also links brilliantly with Venus. So if you are working either at the sharp end in healthcare, distribution, retail, or perhaps you're working in a chemist shop, anything which is supporting this crisis, I do feel that there is an opportunity for better relationships to develop with the people who share your ethos. And also online, the online community can really burgeon with Mars and Venus in such a good angle. There can also be some lovely relationship stories emerging where people do build up ties completely digitally, which is very Aquarius, or possibly some relationships that are already established can be reborn by Mars's beautiful link to Venus, whereas others in Mars's clash with Uranus could see others break down. That's a sad fact of this particular aspect. However, all week, Jupiter, the planet of growth, is in a conjunction with Pluto in the sign of Capricorn. Now, Capricorn, of course, at its highest level, its highest dimension, is very much about stability, security. And I think these two can collaborate to see more central thinking about how the financial markets could be stabilised. But I think Mars squaring with Uranus can see some recklessness as well. Also the North Node, the point of destiny, which is almost like the emotional gravitational pull that none of us can control. It's something that affects us all. It's like a societal draw. That's in the very emotional Cancer still, as it comes to the end of its journey in the sign of Cancer. It will move into Gemini on the 5th of May, and that's in a quincunx with Saturn all this week. So again, there may be some people who are finding this need to be very disciplined about what we do collectively might be having quite an impact on them at an emotional level, and I do feel that isolation could be an issue. So we all need to be trying to keep in touch with folks the best we can. But as this week draws to a close, the Sun does square up both Jupiter and Pluto that are in that conjunction, and there could be some kind of clash. Perhaps it's to do with us really understanding that the way things have been cannot stay the same. So even as this crisis becomes more under control, I do feel the reasons why it happened, which obviously is partly to do with Chinese wet markets, of course, but it's also definitely to do with environmental damage. And I think perhaps for all of us, we're beginning to see that life has changed forever. It's not going to go back exactly as it was before. That can be an uncomfortable thought as this week draws to a close, but as Mercury powers into Aries on Saturday, joining up with the sun in this location, I really do feel that we're going to get on the front foot in a much more dynamic and uplifting way, and there's going to be a much greater drive and momentum to try to push this awful condition back. Your specific forecast, Scorpio, suggests that if you can engage your mind, you're really going to make the most of this week's potential. With Jupiter, the planet of growth, linking with Pluto, your co-ruler, you may find yourself getting more and more intrigued by any subject that's really gripping you at the present time. But you could also find yourself busy around your home with Mars, your ruler, in a great link with Venus. This would be an ideal time to declutter, do some painting, potter in the garden if that works for you. Or potentially you may find yourself thinking more about how you can make the most of your opportunities to exercise while sticking to the rules in your local area. Now, with the North Node in conflict with Saturn this week, if you can't get out as you would normally like, it could be frustrating. And it is going to be important to try to burn off that frustration as constructively as possible. But with Mercury moving towards the end of this week, your attention to detail can help to pave the way forwards in terms of the plans that you are thinking about. And any kind of detail that you need to grapple with, you can do so with aplomb. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Remember, please feel free to comment, share or like. Subscribe to my monthly magazine, regular mail-outs, your free daily horoscope. Look to have a reading with me or order your personal astrology, which will give you so much greater understanding of what makes you tick by taking advantage of my 30% off special offer by seeing the links beneath this video. But for now, take care and goodbye.